Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here for a final look at the Week 9 NFL main slate here on Draftkings. A couple things before I get into the video. We're closing in on 1.9 thousand subscribers. Thank you guys all so much, seriously. If you enjoy the content, would really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Two, I'm doing a weekly giveaway on this channel where all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. It's one entry in the giveaway. Max one comment though per video. It starts on my Monday night showdown video that I had up at the beginning of the week. We'll go throughout the week and we'll end up my Monday night showdown video that I'll upload probably later tomorrow. And again, how it works is all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. It's one entry in the giveaway. And however many videos I've uploaded for the week, you enter the giveaway that many times. Say I have 10 videos uploaded the week, you enter the giveaway 10 times. The winner receives $20 PayPal from myself. With that out of the way, let's jump in the video. So let's take a look at the Week 9 main slate. Let's look at the spreads and the over-unders first before we get into the prices here. So let's see. So the Jags Texans game is not in the main slate. That's an 8:30. So it starts here with the Bears Eagles 41.5. Eagles favored by 4.5. Colts Steelers is 40.5 with the Colts favored by 1. Redskins Bills is at 37 with the Bills favored by 10.5. Titans Panthers at 42.5 with the Panthers favored by 3.5. Jets Dolphins at 42.5. Jets favored by 3. Bucks Seahawks is 52.5 with the Seahawks favored by 5. Lions Raiders 51.5. Raiders favored by 3. Packers Chargers at 49 with the Packers favored by 4. Browns Broncos at 39 with the Browns favored by 4.5. And that's it for the main slate. So we'll start quarterback today. Russell Wilson is listed as the highest priced quarterback here at 7.1K, playing at home in a great matchup. I think he's definitely viable for GPPs. Again, he has the rushing upside. He has probably one of the best possible matchups at home too. So I do think he's pretty safe as a spend up here at 7.1K. Mahomes at 7K. Currently listed as questionable. So he has a chance to play. Now, if you're playing cash games, you obviously can't play him if he does, just because playing through the knee injury concerns me. But if he's out there for GPPs and you're making multiple lineups, I think you throw him in there one, just because I think he'll be probably the lowest owned Patrick Mahomes you'll ever get. So yeah, if he plays and you're making multiple lineups, I think you throw him in there one. Aaron Rodgers at 6.9K, definitely viable as well. Pretty solid matchup here against the Chargers. He's put up 46 and 30 fantasy points the last couple of games, so he's on fire right now. If you want to continue to ride that hot streak, don't mind it. Matt Stafford, it's a great matchup here against Oakland. A very high over-under, I believe it was, 51.5. Lions, Raiders, 51.5. So yeah, Stafford seems like a solid spend up as well. Again, the matchup is very, very good. Kirk Cousins at 6.7K. He's had a couple pretty good games here, 31 and 32 fantasy points. It's a solid matchup. I just don't know if I want to pay 6.7K for Kirk Cousins. Josh Allen, I do like the matchup. The concern with this one is, can Washington score enough points where Buffalo actually has to throw the ball? Washington is starting Haskins, so yeah, I think you're going to want the Bills D for sure. And yeah, that's the concern of Josh Allen, is can Washington score enough points? Jameis Winston, I think only for GPPs. He's very boomer bust, but this is the highest over-under of the day, I believe. It is 52.5. It's on the road. Again, he is very boomer bust, but his booms are pretty high. So I do like him as a GPP play there at 6.1K. Sam Darnold, it's a good matchup here against Miami, one of the worst defenses. I think you can get some cheap plays in this game. So Sam Darnold, 5.9K, very viable as well, kind of in the mid-range. Carson Wentz in a tougher matchup against Chicago. I don't know if I want to go there. Same with Brissett. Derek Carr, kind of like here at 5.5K. I think he's going to be pretty popular. Again, you're going to want some pieces into this game as well. The second highest over-under of the day. Two pretty bad defenses. So Carr, as well as Stafford, definitely viable. If you can't get to Stafford, I don't mind Carr as a cheaper option. Tannehill is okay here at 5.3K. Let's see. Phillip Rivers, I actually do like a good amount here at 5.1. It just seems way too cheap for Phillip Rivers. I know he's kind of been up and down here, but this is a game where the over-under is sitting at 49, I believe. Yeah, 49. They should be trailing in this one. Should be good game script for him. 5.1K just seems too cheap. So I do like him as a pretty safe cash game option. You can play them for GPPs too. One of my favorite value quarterbacks today. Trubisky just been too inconsistent. There's honestly a shot he could get benched mid game, so I don't want to go there. A guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick, interesting here, 4.8K. I don't think I could do it for cash just because they do have Josh Rosen as well. I think there's, if he's playing bad, there's a slight chance he could get benched. But I do like the price here and the for GPPs. It's a good matchup, like I said. Ryan Fitzpatrick, is a guy that does have upside. We've seen it on last year even. So I think he's in play for GPPs for sure. And you can pair him with those Miami receivers who seem too underpriced here on the slate. Again, Haskins at 4.5. I just don't think I want to go there. He looks so bad. He's a guy that's probably going to be sub 1% owned. So if you're making a ton of lineups and you want to get a guy very low ownership, you could go there. It's just a tough matchup. Not really for me. So that's kind of it for quarterback. Let's move on to running back. So running back, we'll start at the pretty obvious play here. Is Jalen Samuels at 4K. I think he's going to be the ultimate chalk. For cash games, just play him and move on. Don't try to get cute. No James Conner and no Benny Snell. Both are doubtful. Don't expect them to go. So he's going to be the lead back. He's the guy that will get involved in the pass game, catching balls. So, yeah, I think cash games, you just play him and move on. Don't get cute about it. For GPPs, you could fade. I'm not going to fade. I'm going to eat the chalk in both. But, yeah, I like him. I think he's to be the most popular player in the slate again. For cash games, I don't think you get cute. Now, the two top guys here, McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook, I think will be somewhat popular. The concern here is with McCaffrey is it is a tougher matchup. Now, obviously, it's Christian McCaffrey. Like, he's matchup proof. But, yeah, 10K is kind of a lot to pay for McCaffrey, but there's not a whole lot of studs on the slate. Like, the stud receivers, I think the highest price guy is 7.8K, so there's not a lot of spend-ups. I think for cash games, he's pretty safe. He's just, again, he's going to play the whole game. He gets utilized so much, so... yeah, I think he's definitely worth it for cash games. For GPPs, I think there are pivots you can go off McCaffrey. Dalvin Cook at 9.5K, another guy that just gets utilized so much. We got Thielen currently just questionable if he misses. Maybe they try to work Dalvin Cook more on the ground. I mean, that's how they boosted Diggs too. But he's just getting the fed like 25 to 30 times in a game that should be some points scored in this one. If Mahomes plays, I guess that would be a slight downgrade to Dalvin Cook because then Kansas City could be playing from a head in. But either way, he's out there a good amount of the time, so I don't mind Cook at all here at 9.5K. Now, Le'Veon's interesting here at 7.7K. I do kind of like him, and I think he goes lower owned because of recency bias. He only got 12 touches. Adam Gase said that's on him. He's got to get him more touches. It's a great match against Miami in a game that the Jets should probably be playing from ahead in this one, and he's a guy that will get involved in the pass game a lot too. So I do kind of like Le'Veon. I think he goes a lot lower owned on the slate. Chubb in a tougher matchup. I don't know if I want to go there. Chris Carson, I love this spot for him. It's just, again, one of the best possible matchups here at home against Tampa Bay. They utilize him so much. Not going to catch he's not a great pass catching back, but they will utilize him a bit. In a game Seattle should be playing from a head in. It's the highest over-under of the day. So I do like Chris Carson there at 7.2K. Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, I like on smaller slates or showdown slates. But in a main slate, I don't really want to play backs in kind of a timeshare. So for me personally, I don't really look there. Josh Jacobs is interesting here at 6.5K. Detroit's just been getting gashed on the ground and through the air, so it is a great matchup. They've been utilizing him a bit in the passing game too, a couple catches in the last few games. And at 6.5K, I think he's priced fairly with a bit of upside. So I do kind of like him here in the mid-range at 6.5K. My computer is freezing up here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, again, Eckler, same thing with Eckler and Melvin Gordon. It's just on this main slate, I don't think I want to play backs in a timeshare. Let's see, other options. Derrick Henry's is too game flow dependent for my liking. Ty Johnson, they said he's going to start, but we heard this before. Like I said, Trey Carson's on the injured reserve. We'll see. I do like him as a value play. We just don't know. The Lions have been utilizing so many backs. They have McKissick too. They could use Paul Perkins. It's just a tricky situation. So I think for GPPs, he's fringe cash game playable, but just know there's no guarantee. Like there could be a shot that Detroit just utilizes 3 backs again. So that's a concern there with Ty Johnson. Other backs. Mark Walton's going to be the lead back here now for Miami. I think he's viable as a cheaper play. But again, I think I prefer Jalen Samuels for a little bit cheaper. McKissick's in play. Again, the Lions could utilize 2, maybe even 3 backs. Yeah, Samuels, I think you just eat the chalk there for cash games. There are pivots for GPPs if you want to. That's kind of it, I think, for running backs. So let's move on to wide receiver. So again, the main top studs for wide receiver are not on the slate. So the highest priced guy is Adam Thielen. He's currently listed as questionable with a 50-50 shot. If he plays, he's in play. It's a little risky playing guy off a hamstring injury, so I don't know if I would go there for cash. Obviously, if he misses, Diggs would get a pretty big boost. Galladay's a guy that's flash upside. It's a great matchup. You can definitely pair him with Stafford. Second highest over under the day, so I do like him a good amount. Tyler Lockett, same thing. Great matchup at home. Again, you can definitely pair him with Russell Wilson. That's for GPPs. I don't know if I would go there for cash pairing those two together, but for GPPs, 100% viable. Tyreek Hill obviously would get a huge boost if Patrick Mahomes plays. So if Mahomes plays, I would have liked this price on Tyreek Hill a good amount. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. If he misses, I don't know if I would go there. Godwin and Evans in a game that Winston's probably going to throw the ball 40 to 50 times. They just don't have a great running game. So both these guys are definitely playable. Again, they're more boom or bust, but they do have pretty high upside, right? Godwin 30, 40 fantasy point upside. Same with Mike Evans. Devontae Adams currently listed as questionable. If he goes, I just don't know if I would go there. I do like the price, but it just coming back from the injury does worry me a bit. If they say he's going to be good to go with no limit, then I would like him. But I think if he plays, they'll probably limit him slightly. Now, Allen Robinson, the weak part of the Philadelphia defense, is their secondary. He's the guy that's getting targeted just a bunch. Trubisky's been bad, though, so that is the downgrade there for Allen Robinson is the quarterback situation. Don't mind the price there in OBJ at 6.6K. That seems really cheap, but, man, it's not the best matchup there against Denver. No T.Y. Hilton, out 3 to 4 weeks with a non-contact injury. So we'll talk about some Colts receivers in a sec. Keenan Allen, I like this price on him a good amount at 6.4K. And I think that the pairing with him and Phillip Rivers in cash game seems pretty safe to me. Keenan Allen's a guy that will get targeted close to double-digit times in a matchup they should be trailing in. So I do like Keenan Allen a good amount here at 6.4K. The other options, John Brown, definitely viable. Washington, very, very bad defense. The concern is, can Washington score enough points to make Buffalo pass the whole game? Marvin Jones Jr., and he put up 43 fantasy points that one game. I don't think we expect that again, but it is a solid matchup. I think, personally, I would prefer to pay the extra couple thousand for Galladay, but if you want to take the savings on Marvin Jones, don't mind it. DK Metcalf is viable again. Kind of the same situation here. I think I would prefer just paying a little extra for Tyler Lockett. But if you want the savings on Metcalf, it's viable. Guys like MVS and Geronimo would only go there if Devontae Adams misses. Let's see. Jameson Crowder kind of like here, 5.3K, playing out of the slot. Sam Darnold loves the slot receivers. And I think he's a little underpriced. So he's viable at 5.3. See, Sammy Watkins would only go there if Mahomes plays, I think. Mike Williams is viable, but I would probably prefer paying a little extra for Keenan Allen there. Yeah, so the Miami receivers here, Devontae Parker and Preston Williams, they seem too cheap. With Ryan Fitzpatrick's a solid quarterback. And these guys that are going to play basically the whole game, they're going to get targeted a bunch. Jets defense, nothing to really be scared about. So Devontae Parker and Preston Williams both seem pretty viable here as cheap options. Two of my favorite value wide receivers. Cole Beasley seems pretty safe as well at 4.1K. But that's kind of it. So let me go to the Colts receivers here. So with no T.Y. Hilton, it'll probably be a combination of Pascal, Rodgers, Campbell, Deion Kane, all very much viable. The issue is they kind of do rotate their receivers. Like no one plays huge snaps, but with no T.Y., I think these four will probably play basically the whole time. So, they'll split the snaps, I should say. So, yeah, any of these guys very much viable. Probably would prefer the cheaper options here, like Rodgers or Paris Campbell. But yeah, those guys are very much a player. Let me go to the Colts snap counts really quick here. See what they look like in that last game. Obviously, no T.Y. Hilton. There's going to be a lot of snaps to go around. So let's look at the Colts here. Let's look at wide receivers. So T.Y. Hilton, like 95% of snaps, those are going to have to go somewhere. So Pascal played at 92%. I think he seems pretty safe. Chester Rogers should probably get, close to 90% of snaps. I think those two will probably be the safest. And then Paris Campbell probably filling in a bit. They do have Ashton Doolin too, Deion Kane. So they do have 5 receivers they can use. I think probably Pascal and Rogers would be the safest just because they've been playing regular snaps. So both these guys definitely viable. Rogers at 3.1K seems pretty solid here. It's a cheap option at basically min price if he's going to play close to the whole game. So both those guys very much in play as value receivers. I think that's kind of it for wide receivers. Let's move on to tight end. Kelsey at the top at 6.9K. I think I would only go there if Mahomes plays. If Mahomes misses, I think I'll look elsewhere. Darren Waller, you guys know I've been all over him this year. At 6.3K, him and Tyrell Williams are the main targets. It's a great matchup, so I do like Darren Waller a good amount here. He just gets targeted so much. Hunter Henry, same thing. You could run the Chargers game team stack if you want with Rivers, Keenan Allen, and Hunter Henry. All seem a little underpriced here. Zach Ertz has been really bad. I think the ownership drops on him. The price is okay. It's just, I don't know if I want to go there. Let's see. TJ Hawkinson as a viable cheap option. Don't mind it. Again, you're going to want some pieces in this game. A second highest over-under of the day. Let's see. OJ Howard's out, so you'd like to Cam Brate if he plays. He was a full participant Friday. So if he does play, I think Cam Brate's actually a pretty solid value play. They do like utilizing their tight ends. So he's a guy 100% in play as a cheap option. I think that's basically it, though. So let's talk about defenses really quick before I get out of here. Buffalo is probably going to be the most popular defense on the slate. They're going up against Haskins, who look terrible. We know Buffalo's already a pretty solid defense, and the matchup's great. So I think they're probably going to be the safest spend up here for defense. Seahawks at 3.6K, don't mind it, but again, Tampa Bay will probably score some points in this one, but Jameis does like turning the ball over, so they're viable as a pivot. Jets or Dolphins in two pretty bad teams. You could look to either of those defenses. Don't mind the Eagles here at home. Trubisky just looks terrible, so I think they're viable. The Broncos I kind of like as well here at 2.9K. Baker Mayfield really not looking that good either. Denver at home always is a pretty big boost, so I do kind of like them as a cheaper option as well. I think that's basically it, guys. So I think that's the do it for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe. Again, if you want to get into the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. It's one entry in the giveaway. I'll be back for another video for breaking down the Sunday night showdown slate, which is Patriots-Ravens. That should be a good one. So I'll have that up probably right after this, so be on the lookout for that. So thanks again for coming to check out the video, guys. Really appreciate it, and I will see you later.